You'll notice he no longer suffers delusions of humanity.
Affirmative.
What's up now, pump chick?
Has editing your content become a burden, or you just don't have the skill set?
I wish I could focus on content production, but post-editing takes so much time and effort.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
We'll look no further. Here at Asylum 99 Studios, I can help you create professional quality videos that will be sure to captivate viewers. With my creativity and skill, along with your content, assets, and ideas, I can bring your vision into the simulation. I offer the following services: video clipping and organization, content creation, VFX, SFX, and motion graphics, intro and outro assets. Requests may be taken upon further discussion. So if you're a content creator, short on time because you're out living your best life, or you wish you could focus all your energy into producing content, reach out to Asylum 99 Studios today.
What are you waiting for?
What am I waiting for? What am I waiting for?
Don't settle for mediocre videos. Hire me as your freelance video editor and create videos that meet your standards. Asylum 99 Studios. Release your creativity.
Welcome back, Ken folks. So, we all know what happened. Yesterday, November 5th. Who knows what day it'll be by the time you see this. But I wanted to take this time not to really celebrate a victory, because to me it's not really a victory. Because getting back to business as usual isn't a victory. And that's a video for another time. But I think I owe you guys a lighter video. It'll be lighthearted if you think like me. If you're like the people in the video, it won't be funny for you. But I thought I'd give us a little compilation of all the liberals crashing out that they didn't get their way. So without further ado, let's get to it.
Gotta tell them that the job might be one of those black jobs.
I'm here to do my blank job. I'm here to do my blank job.
Those black jobs. One of those. Gotta tell them that the job might be one of those black.
We do not have the best 4 years of our fucking lives economically. I will be punching everybody in the fucking throat. And if you got titties, I'm coming for them.
If you're voting for Trump, I hate you. Politics is that deep. It's been that deep. It's always been that deep. Y'all just didn't give a fuck, and we've been trying to say this shit. And I feel like I was cutting motherfuckers out of my life the first time around, but this time is like for real, unexcusable. Like, I don't care how long you've known me or if we cool. Like, just fucking block me. Just block me right now. Like, I hate you. I fucking hate you. And don't just unfollow me either. Don't you dare just unfollow me and force me to still have to fucking receive your shit. Fucking block the hell out of me. I hate your guts. I hate you so much. Like, I really just hate you. Like, I've tried the patient route, I've tried the education route, I've tried the custom out. I've done it all. And now I just hate you so much.
Pussy ass nigga.
Baby, 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 would you really go ahead and would you go ahead and just cry? Cry, 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 cry.
I am not one to laugh in the face of another, but do Joy, Whoopi, and Sunny have a show in the morning? That's okay, bye.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go ahead and say what I really want to say, because I think the fact that so many people allowed for this man, this raging bigot, this man who has literally taken away people's rights, that they voted for this man because of their lack of fucking education, because of their lack of understanding how the fucking basic branches of government works, because of everything under the sun, misogyny, hatred, but also just stupidity. I am so absolutely infuriated because not only is this man looking like he's going to become president, the fucking Congress is about to be Republican. The Senate has the majority now, the House is likely to follow, and he has the Supreme Court on his side. So you do realize this man can do whatever he wants.
Oh no, fuck it.
He can do whatever he wants. And there's nothing that we can do about it except fight for ourselves in this country when we already have to deal with enough. And this has not been like this in who knows how long, where it has been a majority sweep of Republican across the entire fucking government. And y'all think this shit is cute. Y'all think this shit's cute because you watch some fucking ignorant ass streamers on fucking Twitch who sit over here and promote this stuff. You think this shit is fucking cute because you think that tariffs are going to be good for the economy because you don't understand shit about how tariffs work or anything regarding money. You think this shit's cute because you're misogynist and you don't think that a woman can run this country. Like, I really want to just go ahead and just give like an ultimate fuck you, because you put so many people's lives in danger now and so many people's rights are now on the line because you chose to be a fucking ignorant piece of... And I hope that everybody knows who voted for fucking Trump in this election and who voted for these Republican people in Congress. And I hope that y'all act accordingly. Like, yes, it's personal. You decide to vote Trump because you thought shit was sweet. Just know, babes, done.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
And now we out every DL man that we find out is a Trump supporter to their friends and family. If you're a gay man and you're promiscuous and you sleep with DL men, you find out that man's a Trump supporter, out him. Fuck him. They don't get to have the same, you know, safety net we have anymore. Fuck him. And if you're one of my army buddies and you were on the DL and we're Facebook friends, you better be real careful what you share over the next 4 years.
Oh no, fuck it.
Why is this so close? All of y'all are racist? Everybody?
As someone who has lived in a deep red state most of my life, make no mistake, they didn't vote for him. They voted against her. They didn't vote for him. They voted against a black woman. I promise you they did. If the only thing you do today is breathe, that's okay. It's good enough. Please remember to breathe.
Donald Trump is president, and I think all women should stop having sex for the next 4 years, in protest and protection of your bodies. As we know, if that little baby inside you gives you any trouble and you need an emergency healthcare, you're fucked and you're gonna die. I think that is sufficient enough reason to stop having sex. Don't you agree? This vote wasn't a vote for Americans. This vote was for men. And unless we want to become the Handmaid's Tale, then us women need to protest, because this is some buttery bullshit. I'm sorry to the women and minorities who aren't going to get the help that they need in the next 4 years. I'm sorry for the people who are impoverished, who are just going to keep dying from starvation and lack of healthcare and lack of governmental support. People are actually praising this guy, and it's a freaking joke. Look at the states he won. You won't catch me there. You'll catch me in New York City. And I'm sorry to all the women who are going to suffer in these bumpkin-ass, small-ass little towns because of this. Reason why I'm a New Yorker and always will be. Fuck Florida.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
So some of these guys and girls were comparing me to characters on TV who are iconic, one, strong, powerful, independent women, but they meant it as an insult. So I'm going to show you who they were comparing me to. Miss Pearly from Friday After Next. Now, if you guys know, Friday, the original Friday with Chris Tucker is literally my favorite movie. Like, F all the rest. I haven't seen all the rest, but like, Miss Pearly, iconic. She told those men to get their rents paid. They can't be no, but the thing is, that's what it is, right? I do not accept broke men into my atmosphere, into my life. Miss Pearly don't either. She told those two broke men, Ice Cube and his little friend, to get up, get your paper, get a job, pay your rent, because I, a woman, am not going to take care of you broke boys. So yes, Miss Pearly, go ahead with yourself.
Dude, Jill Stein. She's an evil mastermind. It's her fault.
So I was a little sad last night, I have to admit. But this morning I woke up with a new reclaimed spirit. Because I'm not going to keep being sad for a country that keeps showing me they do not give a F-U-C-K about me. I don't care that y'all was canceling out each other's votes. You still want to lay in that bed with that man knowing that he voted for that man. The one that grabs coochies. And you still going to bust it wide open, spread an eagle, and give him kids. So when this all backfires, which it will, inevitably, it will, it's going to be glorious to see and bear witness to. Because I'm not going to be there as your solidarity sister. I'm not going to be there to hear about it. I'm not going to be there to fight. I'm not going to be there. Y'all got to figure it out. The people of color. I'm entering a new phase, just like y'all favorite influencers, where I'm not going to speak about near nothing. And the people that voted for him have to figure it out. Oh, what? You lost your welfare benefits? You got to figure it out. You have mental health issues, but you voted against Social Security? You have to figure it out. Your whole family got deported? You got to figure it out. There's no more Department of Education? You have to figure it out. My contribution and what we talked about last night before this was even happening, because you know I just got married, I'm not popping no kid out. I'm not. And that's my contribution to save my own sanity. I hope that y'all figure out whatever it is that y'all going to do to save your sanity. But as far as helping, you got it. You're on your own. I hope you figure it out.
Oh, and black women, I bet not catch you marching for nobody in the streets these next 4 years unless it's for another black woman. You bet not take that cape off. I know we have a problem with just letting things be. When we see a problem, we got to solve it. We got to help everybody because that's what we have been trained and ingrained to do. Lay down. Rest. Let it burn. Let it go. Stop fighting. Because we put in the work. We've always been on the right side of history. We've been putting in the work since before we were even seen as humans. Let it go. Let it burn. Let them see. Because we've been saying it for years. Let them see. You better go lay down and relax. Let it go. Let it be.
Lord, I'm having a heart attack. Damn, this is some scary shit.
From this day forward, don't ask black women for shit. Don't ask us to come and save you or to rally behind you or to help you. Do not ask black women for a fucking thing.
Of course, Kamala Harris did not win last night, yesterday. Of course she didn't win. I'm not surprised. I'm really just annoyed and irritated that we live in a country where hatred and ignorance outweighs everything else good. Like, the small amount of goodness in this country, it's small. That's the issue. Like, the people that needed to vote against that man, they did what needed to be done. Just unfortunately, it is not enough of us it is not enough people with their head on right that know what's best for our country, what's best for women, what's best for children, what's best for all minorities, all people of the alphabet community, like all these people. Those of us that really can't understand that we are at risk, we stood up and did what was needed to be done. But it's so many people that are just so ignorant and hateful that they're gonna always outweigh us, and it's so annoying because it feels like no matter how hard you try and you do the right thing, you just can't beat the madness. I really hate that. And what's crazy is just hearing how people talk about this. It just shows you don't like women, because y'all keep saying y'all want Obama back. Get off that man peen. He not coming back. You want Obama. You have someone that has similar views as him and still don't want to vote for the woman because she a woman. Let Kamala Harris as mad as he became a black man, white man, a man, period. Same behavior, same principles, same speeches, same everything. Y'all would have voted for her, him, with the quickness. The only issue for a lot of people is that she's a woman. And y'all hate women so much, like everyone on this planet did not come from a woman. We are here because of women. You are alive right now because of a woman. And these same women, you are taking away our rights. You same men that hate women, that hate children, are going to be forced into these situations because of what you just voted for. Or what you didn't vote for. Because some people just decided not to vote. It's crazy, but I'm not surprised. I'm just tired,
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
I have tried really hard to stay positive and find a spin that feels uplifting, but I need to vent for a minute. The full weight of him not just winning the presidency, but gaining control of the Senate and Congress is really hitting. And the reality is that this is going to embolden him and allow him to push through every extreme policy he has talked about. And I genuinely do not think that people are prepared for that. I do not think that you understand the weight of your decision, but I do not forgive you. Your ignorance is not an excuse. I do not forgive you. And when the things start to happen that he promised you would happen and you ignored because you thought he would lower grocery prices, I will not forgive you. When the markets crash like they promised us it will as a result of his policies, I will not forgive you. When you come to me and you have lost your job and you tell me, I cannot believe that this has happened, I still will not forgive you because I will be too busy trying to pick up the pieces of my life that will be shattered. That my children could lose their health care because of pre-existing conditions, lose services in school because of the ending of the Department of Education. All policies he has promised to push through if you give him the Senate and the Congress that he wants, which you did. I will not forgive you because I will be too busy trying to hold my family together that you overlooked everything he said, bold and out loud, while pretending to give head to a microphone and talking about a dead golfer's penis size. You believed he would be better for our economy. And when that does not happen, I do not forgive you. I won't have space or energy to help you because I have been fighting and I will continue fighting, and that will take up all of my energy. I will not have it to also give any to you. Anyway, if you are also feeling like this, I just want you to know that you're not alone. My sun is dimming back there. Do what you can to take care of yourself today. I personally called my best friend at 6:30 this morning to FaceTime. Do what you can to take care of yourself and your family today.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
How did this happen? Like, is anyone else completely... I don't know.
How could this have happened? A black white supremacist.
All the enjoyment I'm
Good evening, HU. I want to say good evening to all of the Harris campaign, the campaign family. Thank you for all that you have done. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing in the promise of America. We still have votes to count. We still have states that have not been called yet. We will continue overnight to fight to make sure that every vote is counted, that every voice has spoken. So you won't hear from the Vice President tonight, but you will hear from her tomorrow. She will be back here tomorrow to address not only the HU family, not only to address her supporters, but to address the nation. So thank you. We believe in you. May God bless you. May God keep you. And go HU and go Harris. Thank you all.
I could be a good mother, and I wanna be your wife. So
let me make this so clear. If you are one of the people that voted for Donald Trump, get the fuck off my page. If we are friends, or we were friends up until this point, I never want to speak to you again. I never want to see you again. I am not one of those fuckers that's going to say, oh, well, you know, I don't let politics get in the way of my relationships. I absolutely let them get in the way of my relationships. If you had the balls to vote against human rights in favor of your fucking pocket, I need you to get the fuck up out of my life. There is no way I can sit here and in good faith believe that you are a good fucking person. Because that told me everything I needed to know about you. There is no way we can have a relationship. Because you are not going to understand the grief. You are too blind by your own bullshit to understand why this is a loss for so many people. Why so many people woke up today with desperation, grief, anger. You just cannot comprehend that. And if you don't have basic fucking empathy, I can't fucking be. No, there's no way.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this. When you go to bed at night, you lay there and you take responsibility for yourself. Because nobody's going to take responsibility for you.
I'm proud of my vote for Vice President Harris, but I didn't vote for her to protect myself. Because let's face it, as a middle-aged, middle-class, postmenopausal, white retired educator, a second term probably won't have much of a direct effect on me, or at least not immediately. So I voted for all of my family members and friends, and all the people I don't know, who are rightfully nervous and scared right now of what a second term means in their lives. I cast my vote for them, and I hope they know that I, too, am nervous and scared. My heart hurts for the unsure future of my family, friends, and followers who are in the LGBTQ+ community, for those in minoritized communities, for young women, for those who are socioeconomically disadvantaged, for those with disabilities, and for my teacher friends who are reeling today about the future of American education. In a democracy, the majority of Americans decide what they want for the country, and it is a given that we won't always get the result we want. I accept the outcome of this election even though it's not what I wanted. I will not claim it was rigged or stolen, or I won't demand a recount. I won't engage in any actions that would interrupt a peaceful transition of power or hinder the certification. In the next 4 years, we'll see what he delivers and if the results are what was expected by the people who were motivated to vote for him a second or even a third time. But after 8 years of hearing him speak, watching his legal battles, reflecting on his first term, examining his actions, there should be sadly no surprises for any of us about what comes next. So where do we find hope again after ours was shattered? Last night, 7 more states voted to codify protections for abortion. In 2 years, 33 Senate seats will be up for grabs. House seats will also be up for grabs as well. This is a day to rest and regroup for sure, and maybe we'll need more than a day. But we need to keep going. I will continue to speak out on the issue of education. I will speak up for women's health from puberty to menopause, and I will speak openly about a woman's right to choose the life she wants for herself. Let's all do what we need to do for our peace and our mental health. And then, let's get to work.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
Can't decide if I want to watch Rachel Maddow or The View. I mean, is Oprah gonna do something special? Like, who do you watch Meltdown first? This is gonna be a good day.
And that Iowa poll beat my ass. I really thought something cool was about to happen. No, seriously though. So Trump won. Popular vote too. And after looking at at the margins of his victory and how absolute it is, there's not really a lot. It doesn't seem to be a lot. Like, the margins are so massive. Like, how do you only win New York by 12? New Jersey by what? 5? And people will say, oh, it's related to Gaza. People will say it's related to the border. People will say it's related to the economy. And I think all of those reasons attribute to it in some form or fashion. But I think the number one reason why Trump won so soundly against Kamala Harris, and not just Kamala Harris, but Kamala Harris, who represented in a lot of ways a continuation of the Biden administration, and the Biden administration, as we know, is a neoliberal administration. This is a rejection of the liberal, like the neoliberal. It's not that if Democrats want to win, you can't run that kind of that kind of campaign anymore. Y'all hear my dog in the background? He was hollering. Are you okay? It's not going to work anymore. Like, you need like a left-wing populist vote. Like, you need like a populist movement. You can't, like, Bernie in 2016 and 2020. I cannot stress this enough. I'm sure we'll talk about it more. I got a few more other videos planned. I did not sleep at all because of this stuff. I was just like, wow. So was I surprised? No. Was I disappointed? Yeah. Did I see it coming? Like I said, that Iowa poll smokescreened me. I'm not going to lie. I started getting a little too excited there. But at the end of the day, now that I look at the margins, I don't know what could have been done in terms of like VP selection. People bringing up, oh, she should have picked Josh Shapiro. Have you seen those margins? I don't think it would have mattered. I'll talk more about like what this means and what to expect in the future. But like, yeah, no, it's disappointing for a lot of people. If you look at the vote count so far, Trump actually got less votes than he got in the 2020 election. He still had way more than Kamala Harris, but he got less votes than he got in the 2020 election. And that tells me that it's even less about like him, blowing her away, even though it's certainly part of it. It's also like the Dems just, like, a lot of people didn't go out and vote. Like there's something systemically wrong with the entire apparatus of the Democratic Party. And I'll talk more about it in the future. But yeah, no, mea culpa. I was wrong. I thought it was going to be I thought it was going to be called that night. I just didn't realize it was going to be called for the other guy. So yeah.
Trump taking a victory lap of sorts. I do not think that, as far as I know, any major news organization has declared him to be the victor, but it certainly seems that he is on his way.
But I just wanted to say that America failed women tonight.
Much in my right now, I don't even know what to do. I've never hated red so much in my life until now. Honey, you gonna say, we'll see if you still scream go Trump in the next few months. Let's see. It's about to be so many black men being pulled over and gunned down for no freaking reason. Oh, white privilege is gonna be so high right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the United States of America's 47th president is none other than Donald Trump. Here's some highlights of people with severe TDS. That's Trump derangement syndrome. And maybe when RFK Jr. gets into the White House, we can have doctors diagnose this as a real disorder. Mental health is on the decline, but not for much longer. But anyway, I feel a little bad for these people, but at the same time, you guys want liberal tears for breakfast?
This election has showed me that jobs just need to take that "are you a convicted felon" question off the application, because obviously it's not as important as people think it is. America don't care if you're a convicted felon. So why should get them people a job?
And somehow feet off the ground.
Kids I brought this up before, I'm going to bring it up again. In Finland, kids in nursery school are learning to discern between fake news and real news. They should be teaching that in this country. Yeah. Teach children tolerance. Teach them to think critically.
Well, it would help if we could regulate social media, because one of the biggest offenders is D.C. and Congress have not been able to do one thing in regard to the rogue corporations of social media.
With Elon Musk now in the administration. I want to end by thanking Joe Biden.
Don't ask black women for another thing. Do not ask me for another thing. We owe this country nothing. I'm tired. I'm exhausted from showing up and people not even batting an eye in our direction. It is very clear that white supremacy and misogyny is king, and still is king. And that's what was proved today. So, on that note, don't ask me for another thing.
So clearly, I'm a white bitch, but I live in an extremely Republican part of Florida. Not even Central Florida, South Florida. I live in the Panhandle, one county away from Alabama. Essentially, I live in Alabama. And obviously, Florida voted no to Amendment 4, which is horrible, even though the majority of people wanted it. But I digress. One time, I woke up from, I call it a nightmare. And in that nightmare, I was about to give birth. I'm talking like in labor. And I was crying and begging the doctors to give me an abortion because I didn't want to have that baby, because I was a young, single, low-income girl. I make very little money. I have 2 jobs. Like, I genuinely barely can pay rent every month. And like in that dream, I was so terrified of what was going to happen to me. And obviously that's kind of a reality now. And it's made me realize that at 24 years old, my biggest fear in life is getting pregnant and having a kid and being a mother. Because what kind of world am I going to bring that kid into? A world where if they're raped, I have to force them to carry a kid? Or if their fetus, not even fetus, their little penny-sized goo is dying inside of them, that I just have to let it happen. And I can't fathom having to do any of that. And in my own life, carrying a child. Like I said, I make no money. I work a very mediocre job, 9 to 5, and have another job because I can't afford anything. And like watching everything going on right now, it's so scary. And like, I'm 24. There's so many things in life that should scare me and be like I should be afraid of, but the last thing I should be afraid of is being a mother. But I am. It's just scary and depressing, but it's not over yet, so we can only hope. Also, I've been so anxious that I've drank an entire bottle of wine, so that's where all of this is coming from.
You guys, I am genuinely the fuck stressed. I'm stressed. I got on my hat, my blue. You know what I'm saying? I am genuinely stressed the fuck out. I got on my stressed wig. It don't even know which way to go. I've been crying all day. I don't know what's gonna happen, and I know that either way I'm gonna cry. Because if she wins, I'm gonna cry. If he wins, I'll cry. I'm stressed. But I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever. Take that how you will.
I don't really understand what these people are crying about. We all lived through the last 4 years. And we all lived through the previous 4 years. Now, which administration was better? I ain't gonna speak on it right now because the ninja ain't even get to the Franklin house yet. Least we forget they done clapped at the man twice. So for all of you on the right, this is not the time to get complacent. Not at all. But that's what they want you to do. And by they, I mean...
Hey, I'm not going to say what race, what people... I can't say that.
In the New World Order. But I hope you guys enjoyed that compilation. I have much more stuff like this coming out for you guys. If there's anything y'all like to see, I'll start taking suggestions from subscribers and whatnot. Things you'd like to see me cover or talk about. The email's already down in the description. You guys already know. But with that said, liberals, it sucks to fucking suck. Everybody else, it's not the time to get complacent. There's a lot of work to do. 4 years to be up like that, and the Don's gone after that. He can't come back. And y'all know how I feel about everybody else going forward politically, and where I stand on the current form of the government. But we're going to talk about that in another video. So until then, catch y'all later.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on.
I am a human being. I exist.
Delusions, Mr. Wordsworth. Delusions.
Send the word.